I think it's also about finding content that is specific to that audience and something that is natural, that they are happy to see on their feed because they're choosing to engage with it, not because it's data that's been taken from them.
Kyle being off in Lisbon at a panel, he's obviously there representing Goat. When was the first time that you, outside of the three founders, let somebody represent the company?
It's a good point, because I think it's the biggest thing that holds businesses back from growth. 9 times out of 10, what is stopping them is their internal need to do the most important stuff themselves. Of, oh shit, what if they fuck it up? This is a really important meeting. What if they, oh God, we should really do this? But very difficult to really scale and do everything yourself, and the most successful businesses find a way to keep that same passion, drive, effectiveness of a founder and get it to go through the entire business. You know, logically, a big sales pitch I should go and do, but if I've got 3 big sales pitches on that day, I can either spread them out onto 3 days, or I can go, no, we should do 3 a day as a business, right? So I'd rather do 10 a day, 20 a day, 40 a day if we can, and if I can only do 1, so be it. You know, let's make sure we got the other 39 are getting dealt with by people just as competent as me, and the only way to figure out if they're competent enough is to give them a chance in the first place.
Vlog watchers, I have awoken a little bit dazed and confused in Lisbon. Very excited to be here. I'm gonna head out now, go meet Carl at his hotel, and then we're gonna shoot off to the conference, do some panels, some talks, meet some people.
Welcome to Chateau de Mikhail. Wow, it's actually awesome. Welcome to Lisbon. It's been really good coming to a new city. Always interesting. I think people being in a new space makes them more comfortable to speak to new people. And yes, it's great to be on panels and do talks, but at the end of the day, it's to meet new people and make connections and really develop that brand of client.
Well, it continues this evening.
It does. We're going to a rooftop bar apparently.
Someone just rang the bell. Is that a deal?
We just signed a deal with Lisbon, the entirety of Lisbon. Death Star?
It's quite Death Starry.
Okay, Goat agency.
That's it. Where do you want to scan me?
I'm VIP.
You're VIP and you got an orange wristband, and I got this horrible mangy yellow one. What did you say?
I said this guy does the poke
There we go.
bombs.
Recognised in Lisbon. Thank you very much. You'll be on the vlog.
I was watching out for you. I saw you. Get back to Lisbon.
Get back to Lisbon. Hashtag.
It's my first time being on the vlog in public. How are we doing? I think what's nice about this is that influencer marketing is a space that there aren't really any right or wrong answers just yet. People have their opinions and there are different ways that work for different brands. So essentially when you talk about it, it is a discussion.
Good luck. You've got a...
I feel like I'm on a spy mission. Like I feel like Tom Cruise.
What's the topic?
So this is all about content and niche content.
Okay.
Yeah, very relevant to influencers. I think I'm the only one kind of in the influencer space speaking about it.
Really?
Do I sound alright? Do I sound a bit croaky?
You sound great. Your South African tone is just absolutely perfect.
Yes, lekker. Yeah, very good.
The world is changing when it comes to content. People now want content delivered to them that's very specific to their interests and to their needs. But there's also a fine line that needs to be tread. I mean, I think you look at like programmatic or retargeting, people are very conscious of what comes up on their social media feeds. But I think it's also about finding content that is specific to that audience and something that is natural, that they are happy to see on their feed because they're choosing to engage with it, not because it's data that's been taken from them.
So, I've come to the back of the event. It's really noisy in there. It's, I think, 5 o'clock and it's still as busy as it was in the morning. Carl's been networking all day, like an absolute machine.
Networking.
A lot of it going on. Brands that we work with already, find out how things are going on, but then also meet new people and meet new brands that are popping up all over the place.
And we got our first brief.
Got a first brief. Interesting brand that's really trying to innovate in the space. They've got new features, cool features that they want us to speak to audiences in a new way. So yeah, it's quite refreshing to have conversations like that. People who are willing to be a bit more creative. He was interested, he'd been following the vlogs, so really interested to hear more about us as a business, but then also what we can help him specifically.
All right, I know you got to get on. You go.
Let's go.
We're in an age now where there's a much easier entry point to create content, meaning you don't necessarily need those agencies to start getting content about your brand out. Whereas before, you needed a big budget and a production team in order to do a full out-of-home campaign. Whereas in today's world, it's a lot easier to create that quick content, and you can do it on a small scale and in-house, and I completely agree, because then you'll be able to make it a lot more specific to your brand, and you know your brand best. An agency's not going to know that. But when you start to scale, the more hands on deck, the better.
Well done.
Both talks over back to back, which was quite nice. Just got to get through it and not stop and think about it, just keep going. Interesting to get different people's views, different thoughts, different opinions. But in the end, I think it went really well. A lot of people coming up and asking questions afterwards, which is what these are all about. It's networking and kind of telling our story, telling Goat's story. So yeah, all in all successful.
Fantastic day at the conference today. Carl smashed both talks. We met loads of people. We did loads of networking. Tomorrow we're back here again, and then hopefully we're going to be seeing a little bit more of the city. So stay tuned for that and watch tomorrow. Bye.